Howdy, and welcome back to Let's Play EU4 Novgorod. Now that I know how to pronounce it, hopefully I won't be making that mistake as often. When we left off, we had redeclared war on Moscovoy, to be known as Moscow, and we're handedly winning. Just the taking of these 4 provinces from them, with them losing these 2 to Kazan, and this one to independence, as well as losing vassalage, fealty over Perm, makes it so that winning is so easy. Well, our plan is to siege every province and take as many of these provinces as we can. What we don't want to do is gain a border with Lithuania, unless we really do want to gain a border with Lithuania, in which case we'll take Tver. Tver is actually one of the needed provinces for forming the Russian nation. Must have a core in Tver, Yaroslav, a couple others. Guess. Have core in. Well, glad I looked at this. One of the following must be true. You must own Ryazan, which is down here, or have a core in Solmanesk. So we can either go to war with. Do I need this province? No, I do need Tver, but I don't need this province. So what I could do is make an alliance with these guys in Tver. They're already in a coalition against Lithuania, so odds are good they would go to war with Lithuania. We could probably call Perm into that war. And if we were able to call Tver into that war, then Ryazan would also join. So let's take a look at this one more time. Owns Tver, owns Yaroslav. Yeah, I feel kind of silly. I could have taken Yaroslav just right now, but I think I white-pieced them accidentally. But I only need one of the following, Tver or Yaroslav, so I'll just take Tver. I'd either need Ryazan or Smolznek. Probably would rather take from the Lithuanians because they're trying to convert my Orthodox into Catholic as we speak. And I have to have a core in this one over here, as well as Moscow. So can't really get Moscow until I take all of their provinces. So won't be able to do this. Won't be able to do this war. If I can't do this war, what I might do is not get a border with Lithuania until I take out Moscow completely, keep my alliance with these guys. I'll guarantee the independence of Moscow now that they're going to be weak when I take all their provinces. And instead of going to war with Lithuania, as much as I am concerned that they'll be converting these provinces that are accepted cultures and Orthodox, should be pretty easy conversions. Well, not in Kiev, that's a really high base tax. But should be pretty easy conversions in some of them to Catholic. But if they're able to convert them to Catholic, I'll probably be able to convert them back. That being said, I think Kazan is the go-to attack because this province doesn't have a high base tax. I already have a claim on it. And this province... they're probably trying to convert it right now. This province was Shamanist just a little bit ago. But when I last checked, it was Shamanist. And now it's already Sunni. So their missionaries probably here trying to convert it. I'm almost tempted to just dow on them right now. Herm says they won't join though. Boy, not very good allies if they're not going to join. They have a lot of your cultural people over there, Perm. Are you sure you don't want to do it? Because if Perm were to take any provinces that have the Permese cultural group of Ulrich, they might be able to convert the Sunni provinces. I can see why you wouldn't want to, though, with them being allied down here. I don't know if I would want to call Ryzan into the war, because, I mean, I guess Crimea is a little bit busy, but because if I call Ryzan into the war, and they would be called if I called Tver into the war, then Crimea will have military access to an ally, and then up to Kazan. So that kind of sucks. I don't really know what to do. Kazan tends to have quite a bit of military. They're not huge, but they do have quite a bit of military for some reason. They have a higher military level than me, I think. Nope, we're at the same. So that should be fine. I probably will down on them as soon as I get peace from Novgorod and make an alliance with Tver. I don't know if I'll call Tver, but I will definitely... Nobility concerned with the loss of privileges. Well, because we're a republic, stability is worth a lot more. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the stability. I was planning on getting all my stability from these missions when I had rebels, but those missions haven't popped up yet, so... You might remember that all of my military leaders gained +1 siege. I guess it doesn't show up, but it probably shows up in the siege. I thought I should be having leader siege. Maybe that's only new leaders? I really don't know. Now, it's a little bit dangerous to go to war with these guys when I have just cored off all these provinces. I might not worry about it so much. They don't seem to be swapping culture ever. So if they're not going to swap culture, this will stay my culture. So even if they do convert it, I should be able to, with that base tax, convert it back at some point. It'll be harder than them converting it because they'll be Sunni, but I'm actually gonna put the brakes on that and wait to gain some cores. I don't know if I'm gonna take Vladimir. As a high base tax, it'll give me a very high instability. So. I'm trying not to take attrition. My manpower is still quite low. I'm also not making any money right now. Where are my costs? Looks like army maintenance is a lot of it. And advisors, some of it. Interest, still a pretty big chunk. I don't really know what to do about that. Hopefully I can take some gold from these guys. See if they've got any. They have a little gold. So it's only going to be taking 6. They'll give us that piece that we're looking for. I don't want to take more than these 4. Because as it is, I'm going to be getting 52 overextension. And they never even consider giving me those anyway. If I take... I see. Won't be able to full annex next time because that would take that much war score, but if I take this province too, and no money, that's still above 100%. It's just basically no way I'll be able to... Basically no way I'll be able to get them to full annex next time. It kinda sucks. Go ahead and... I'm gonna take this piece off her. And then spend my administrative power coring these provinces. Question is, do I go to war? I mean, I don't have that bad of overextension. I can probably... Well, first things first. I'm gonna stop improving relations with them and get that diplomat back. I'm gonna guarantee the independence of... Make an alliance with these guys. I'm already guaranteeing their independence. I'm gonna go ahead and guarantee the independence of Moscow. I don't want anybody attacking them and taking their provinces at this point. Just me. You can guarantee someone's independence and then declare on them while you're still guaranteeing their independence and not gain any, and not have any stability lost. I guess multiple loans expired at once there. So I'm going to offer my alliance to Tver. This being Tver. Guarantee independence. Should have a diplomat. Oh, I see. I can't talk to them because I just made peace. These guys entered into a coalition against us. I wasn't threatening you, but okay. So with my free diplomat, I'm gonna go and fabricate a claim on... Can't do that quite yet, but I'm gonna fabricate a claim here. I don't really know exactly what to do about these guys. Luckily there is a military coalition against them. I think eventually I'll be powerful enough to take them down. Not right now. So they won't join. They won't join me in this war against... for this province. How much is this province worth to me? What trade zone is it in? I'll have some power in that trade zone. How much is that worth to me? I have no clue how costly this war is going to be. No clue how big the war is going to be. But there's some chance... I see, they declared on Genoa and Genoa had all these allies. There's some chance that Crimea won't join, and that, or if they do, that they won't have the ability to get over here. And simultaneously that I'll have the power needed to destroy them. It was a little bit more appetizing when this was another province I would take. Not just this one. Overextension is definitely manageable. My war exhaustion manageable. So one way you can check how much money someone has is to see So I can't even get to the first increment. I don't know why. So maybe they're loaded. Typically, the more you'd have to give them to increase their relationship with you, the more loaded that would mean that they were. So I'm just gonna assume that means that they're like loaded. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and declare on them. I know I said I don't like war, and I don't, but I don't even want this province. I just want this province before they can convert it. All I have to do is stand troops in it, and they won't be able to convert it. They won't be able to continue the conversion. I'm positive they are converting it at this point, because they already converted this from Shamanist, so they're working on it. So let's get all of our troops and stand them there. So Crimea didn't join. They don't join in 70 days, they're not going to join. These guys might have joined, but they're already at war with Armenia, so that's definitely where they're going to be sending their troops. And as long as they don't have military access through... Yeah, so this is a different one. This Al-Kurili, or whatever, is these guys, not these guys. The names look pretty similar, with the Q-O-Y-U. I don't even... I'm not even gonna try. If I couldn't even pronounce Novgorod, imagine how terrible I would be at pronouncing whatever that was. So, if this is gonna be my plan, he's not the best general. He actually is. He has 5 fight. I call fight a combination of power of fire and shock, because those are the modifiers to dice rolls. Admittedly, having 5 fire is better than 2 fire and 3 shock, but this is a bigger number, and I'm not that worried about maneuver. So 11, 14, because apparently I took some serious attrition. Hopefully I can win this. Okay, bad die rolls for both. Good die roll for me. Bad die roll for me. Good die roll for me. And I did lose. Interesting. Well, luckily it's a conquest CB, so I have a shot. Looks like I'm going to be taking out some more of those loans. But I have a pretty good balance, so I'm going to go ahead and take out some loans. And instead of buying mercenaries here, I can't really buy any regulars except for 3 cavalry regulars. So that's what I'm gonna buy. Looks like I was a little bit gung-ho about this war. Buy 3 cavalry regulars. I'm gonna go. Oh, I can't actually create a new unit because they're in retreat. But they won't actually reinforce, I don't think, while they're in retreat. Oh, that's actually pretty good. A rebellion here is... They're about to go and fight those rebels. That's great. If they beat the rebels, good. If they don't, even better. Now, it hasn't been 70 days, so I could technically call... They just won't do it. Oh, it has been 60 days. Okay. So I'm gonna create a new unit. Oh no. I'm gonna take away all the mercenaries. I'm gonna merge all the mercenaries. That I feel fine about. I'm not going to merge these units. We learned before that it was reducing the cost, but I would eventually be buying them back. So I guess I need to take more loans and buy more mercenaries. That should be enough. And hope that they take some attrition. And now it's too late for Crimea to jump in. Oh, I should have taken the Drats. Where's Clum? Here. I should have taken the mission to ally with these guys because I was going to do that anyway. I said I would, but then I seem to have forgotten. Okay. Come on, troops, everybody meet up in Novgorod. Novgorod. So, you might be wondering why I'm being so aggressive in my expansion. Drats, I think that's one of the ones that I started coring, and now they're going to take it, and I'm going to stop coring it. I'm going to run over there and try to stop them. I'm going to switch in my maneuver guy for running, and then swap in the fighter once I get close. I might be able to stop them, I don't know. Each tick they're going to have... Livonian Order declared war on us. Gained a causes belli against Tavir. Gained a causes belli against Perm. So they refused to join us. In our defensive war as well. That sucks. Thought for sure they'd join us in a defensive war. I guess that threatened... threatened means that they'll make an alliance with you, but that they won't actually join a war with you. Well, they managed to take it. That sucks. I lose whatever I put in for coring. So I lost pretty bad in that last fight, and I thought I had the benefit. They must have a lot of horses. Yeah, they're mostly cavalry. So that might be why they're so much stronger than me. And just crushing me. I didn't really think about that. That was the reason that they were crushing. I saw that we were at the same tech level. This turns out to be a very bad declaration. Wonder how much I'm gonna lose out of this. A little big for my britches. Even if I took out a lot of loans, I don't think I could go up against him. And they're coming in on these provinces that I just cored. This is a very bad idea. The horsemen of the horde. Are there any provinces in the Livonian Order that I'm interested in taking? Not so much. Okay, loans it is. I know it's terrible, but... And their horses are actually getting that diminishing modifier where they don't have enough support. So where should we go first? Wonder if these Kazan will come and take care of these rebels for me. Yeah, it looks like they're going to. Good. I thought they might. Sometimes they do that. Consolidating all of our mercenary regiments because we're not reinforcing anyway. But I don't want to get rid of my regular regiments. Is that all the troops I bought? No. Oh, nuts. A troop is about to be spawned here. No, wait. It's not spawning because they're sieging it. Okay. Well, everybody run here. And then I'll attack these guys so that night that cavalry can spawn. Looks like the Kazanians are taking out these rebels, but they're also losing some forces to it. And maybe they're running up to take these rebels too. Looks like they are. I wonder if I can catch them. Well, I can catch them or not. I'm not going to do that. I'm focusing on this right now. They are much stronger than I gave them credit for. At low morale, they managed to go and attack these rebels and win. Simply because they have this very powerful knight structure. Well, where are they retreating to? Are they retreating to next door? They'll run into my troop that's going to be there. And they lost. It says I won, but oh, I see. They lost all of their troops because when they got there, they were like, I don't know if you play Game of Thrones, the board game Game of Thrones, but if you do, you know that routed troops that get into combat like, instantly die. Okay, how's the best way to do this? I want to pick up my runner. I kind of want to create a new unit. I don't want to suffer this attrition, but I'm going to. I want to catch these guys. If they're actually going to go and fight those rebels for me, that would be good. I'll get them when they're done with that combat. What a nice invader. Going to fight rebels for me. I feel like that is a mistake in their coding, but I will take advantage of it. Yeah, definitely a bad war. Well, wait, they're routed. Where are they going? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and split the unit here and send these guys with this leader to fight these rebels. So once again, I'm gonna be keeping this leader. It'll increase my revolt risk slightly, that's true, but I want the strong leader, and I'm just gonna keep him until death. Hopefully I can win this combat. I can't even win against this combat. That's really bad. Okay, hopefully they run away and stop their siege. I don't want them to take it. They get some sacking event. I don't know what it does. I've never played as a horde yet, so I don't know what that event triggers for them. Wow, they took that fight. They think they have a good enough chance of winning this fight. Okay, where are they doing their retreat to? All the way to Kazan. Oh no, just to Kazan. Okay. Then I have to worry about the Livonian Order and these rebels over here. So What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send these guys to siege this province. Huge amount of cost per month. A lot of it's in interest. I'm gonna go ahead and take away all my advisors. Bye. War exhaustion is high. War exhaustion is at the maximum. I'll go ahead and raise war taxes. War exhaustion is already at the maximum. I don't think it can get any higher. Maybe it can, and I'm totally wrong. If that's the case, that was a very bad move. But why would it say 21 out of 20 if it couldn't get higher than that? I don't know. Doesn't look like I managed to rout these guys, but I did manage to beat them, so that's good. Now I have to go and deal with these rebels before they manage to take a province. These are not the Kazan horses. Maybe they have some cultural benefit that I hadn't been looking into that gives them like super strong horses. That would make sense from like a flavor standpoint. So will I be able to win this combat? Iberian wedding. Let's bind their dynasty to ours. I wonder if that means that they're gonna have Iberian is quite possibly could be Aragon, might be Portugal. Probably Aragon. It's probably the event where Castile gets to take over Aragon now. I wish that I still had enemy forces taking out my rebels for me. That was nice. Definitely don't want to let them... Oh good. Losing overextension penalty. It says I'm still coring this. Oh, right, this is the one they took. Duh. I was like, I knew they took one. I don't want them to take Ingermanland, this province. You can't see where I'm pointing. Because then they'll... This positive ticking war score that I've got, I can just peace with them. Yeah, they'll take a piece. I'm just gonna take a piece. I honestly don't care about them. So I'm not crossing... Yeah, I can cross right here. There's no river. I'm going to give morale a little chance. Wow. They're not really making this easy for me right now. I'm hemorrhaging money. None of my allies came in with me. Sometimes your allies, if they come and attack your rebels... What to do? Will you peace with me? Like... No. I didn't expect you to, but... One can hope. I might try to make allies with the Golden Horde. I'm not going to be doing anything with them, so... Go ahead and improve relations with the Golden Horde. I have just that extra diplomat that I don't really know what to do with. These are suffering attrition, so I was going to let them be. They got to positive chance of taking over the province, and I don't want that. Since I don't have any... Oh my. This is a horrifying event for me. Neither one of these are options that I want. You'd think that one of them would be good, because If I don't want one of them, the other one is the opposite. So, that's gotta be good, right? Well, not really. Because I have no clue what happens if we hit too low of Republican tradition, if there's some event that'll switch me out of a Republic. And I said that this game would be a loss if I ended up switching out of being a Republic. The whole Let's Play is supposed to be what would happen if Russia stayed this Republic, and I think Republics are really powerful in the late game. I hadn't to declare this war if I'd stuck with my typical plan of not being so warlike. Speaking of which, I have to take out more loans and hire more mercenaries. It's a terrible war. Terrible idea. All of you watching this Let's Play, learn something. Don't go to war. Don't go to war when you're in a precarious position. I didn't realize how precarious a position I was in. I'm gonna go ahead and it'll cost me how much administrative power to bump the stability? Cost me 215 of the administrative power. I'm gonna go ahead and get on this idea of westernizing. I'll get behind in tech, but then I'll westernize. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Republican tradition and then bump my stability. We're gonna worry about conquest right now and technology later. It's like the opposite of Japan, Let's Play. But that's just what I'm gonna do. I actually have no regular troops at this point. They've all died. I only have my 2 cavalry troops left. All the rest are mercenaries. So when are these mercenaries gonna spawn? So I lost the coring in this province. Oh no, luckily I'd already cored this province. So I don't have to... They'll get rebellious, but... Looks like I kind of got a pretty good event. Looks like the Golden Horde is now at war with Kazan. So, that's pretty positive. Their war score comes from occupations, a little bit battles. I might be able to actually take this province. We'll see. Because they are at war with these guys, but they have some help. Oh, it looks like Moscow also declared on them. That's fine. Moscow can take back this province. I'll allow Moscow to survive if all they want is this province and they give me everything else. Well, you can't do that, because in order to get the capital, it has to be their last province, so you have to totally annex them. But... Kola. Well, they are going to have a very tough time in Kola. It's the middle of the winter, and attrition is only 4%? Wow, I would have thought it was a lot higher. I don't think there's a river penalty here, and somehow they are reinforcing despite the attrition, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack them. I think I'll win. Do I have a leader? I do have a leader. 6 maneuver leader. Whoa. And they're retreating. Looks like they're retreating back to where I expected. He's 6 maneuver, so I'm not catching them. So we took this province from them. That's the war goal. So we'll be getting a ticking war score. These troops are going to come stand over here. I really do believe Kazan's troops are completely dead. So I should be able to take this province from them. Just in war score. That'll tick away. Unfortunately, you can't deplete... See, this went back down to 20. I think that's the most you can have. I think that's the most you can have. And I'm going to go ahead and keep the war taxes going. So these troops are not going to worry about sieging that rebel province. Instead, we're going to go up and destroy these rebels who are taking attrition. I think they started with 11. Oh, sweet. Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to get this province from them. It was a horrible war idea because I would have much rather have had all this money that I'm losing. Yeah, I would much rather have had all this money that I'm losing. But I can't afford, with like my entire country being in revolt risk, I can't afford to... My entire country... What's this do? Oh, wow, awesome. Reduce land maintenance, that's good. My entire country being in revolt, I can't afford to disband my troops. So, even though I would want to like just disband all these troops and just rely on these 5 troops and the ticking war score, that's absolutely what I would want to do. I can't do that. But as soon as I defeat these rebels, I'm going to get rid of 8 of these mercenaries as soon as I defeat these rebels. I might do it now, but yeah, I'm gonna gain the money. Anything for money at this point. Anything for money. Yeah, the Dishonored Call causes Bellas. I would want those, but what kind of rebels are these? Tavirian Pretenders. Okay, so they're not like rebels that want to join me. I don't even have a claim on them. So. Always looking back on that idea. I'll get the province, that's true. It won't be worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and... Actually... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Get rid of these. Still negative, so definitely getting rid of this little one. He still says he has a bunch of maintenance per month, so get rid of him. And then I'm gonna check balance. Still negative. Yeah, this is why I didn't delete more, because I'm probably gonna need just about this many and a good leader. He's not exactly the leader I wanted, but okay. And a good leader to take out just like 10 rebels. And that just seems to be pretty consistently how many rebels there are spawning, is somewhere in the range of 10 or 11. So, I don't know if I'll be able to get out from underneath this interest. That's the thing, you've got to make more than the interest in order to even think about paying it off. So I'm going to have to put myself in a pretty vulnerable position getting rid of a lot of my... Now that I know threatened means that even if they're your allies, they won't come to help you. Didn't know that that's what threatened meant. That threatened meant we'll make a deal with you, but we'll also make deals with other people. Oh no. Am I gonna lose this one? did lose it. Well, as soon as I get these 5 free, I'm going to unite them. And then they'll just become the Rebel Takeout Squad, and I'm going to rely on war score to eventually win this war. You have to have 10, to have a minimum of 10 war score to sue for peace. So even though I have a positive war score right now, and they'll white peace me, in order to get any tribute, you have to have a minimum of 10. So once it ticks to 10, they'll probably give this to me. And I know they're not trying to convert it right now because it's occupied by me. They can't be trying to convert it, so I'm not as worried about that. That was my big concern, but I think I was overvaluing the importance of that. I don't need this province. It wasn't like a huge deal, and even if it did, eventually I'll have the missionary strength to convert it back from Sunni. I was just being stupid. I should definitely not have done that, because it's cost me to the point that I might have completely destroyed my game with interest. I might be in a hole so big I just can't climb out. Let me see what time it is. Well, I think I've got a few more minutes left. I'm gonna go and take care of these rebels. Gonna go ahead and consolidate any of these regiments. Dismiss this regiment. Just hope that 12 is enough to take care of any... 12 with like no manpower is enough to take care of any threats that I get from rebels. And that I don't have to worry about them taking back this province because they'll have no military. You see, the thing with no manpower is any losses that I take are pretty permanent. What I'm gonna do, these boats have just been sitting here, not healing, never doing anything. I'm gonna go ahead and delete them. They cost a little bit. I'm also going to I don't know. I need to get out of war so I can stop having war taxes, and I'll just spend a lot of diplomatic power dropping my war exhaustion. I don't want to drop it now because I'm gaining war exhaustion. It'll just gain back. But I also don't want to like fail to take this province, because then this whole war was pretty pointless. They're at war with a lot right now. People just were, like, their enemies must have just said, okay, this is the time. Question is it worth it at this loss? I think it is worth it at this loss. To just go over here, take them out, then continue to just bounce around up to these rebels. I'm not going to pick up the Diplotech because I'm just going to spend it all to reduce the war exhaustion. If Tavir wants military access, I'll give anybody some military access if they just come and kill a single rebel. I think maybe after this battle, maybe a few more months, as long as, if they take this back right now, I'm white piecing them. Okay, so they've stopped sieging it. I'm gonna get down the 25th, they're gonna get out on the 20-something, but I can pretty much count on them to take care of those troops, so I'm just gonna go and take care of rebels. Who wants military access? Livonian Order? Okay. Livonian Order would have to cross through this province to get anywhere from my borders, so they'd have to take out those rebels. Fine with letting... Well, we've got some drill, some morale of armies. However, I do believe that is the end of time for this segment. So you will have to see me deal with rebels and stupidity, my own, mostly. When we get back.